name's Joe. We're JBW Construction, a small construction company in the northwest of England. Today we are on our extension build, which we've been on. We're starting off in a walk-in wardrobe. We've built this extension. This is the second story that we're in now. As you can see behind me there, we've just got a few plasterboards that need sticking on. So I'm just going to mix some drywall adhesive now. Got the cut there ready to go on. So yeah, I'm going to get these stuck on, do some plastering prep that I'll explain to you, and then straight on some skimming. So I'm going to show you a bit more in detail of how I do it. So yeah, let's get this room prepped up first. So took a couple of hours, to be fair. Got the rest of the dry lining on, and as you can see up there, that's what you call bonding plaster. We use it for like chasing outs, or in this situation we're having a double curve on this ceiling, so it'll all be one thing. So I'll just put a bit of scrim on before I put the bonding on. I'm just going to come into this room now. I need to get a light on, but basically we've got these two walls that I need to prep up, so I'm going to get stuck into that now. Okay, so I've started prepping up this room, but I've in fact run out of scrim tape, which is the mesh tape that we put on the joints. So I'm actually going to go outside now, give Dane a lift with this soil for a little bit, get that moved, and then a bit of dinner, and I have to go out and get some scrim tape. It's always the little things that you just need, but yeah, get out there and get that moved. That was a graft, but it's clear and we are okay now. The reason why I had to do that today, like I say, is because we're on for a skip swap. I thought the lads had done it over the weekend, but they hadn't, so at least that's done now. It is dinner time. I'm going to pop out. I need some scrim and I need to get a couple of bits from the lock-up, so I'm going to nip there now and then nip back. So as I'm recording, I'm thinking I might do maybe a couple of videos this week and have this one explaining a bit more of the plastering and the skimming sort of stuff. Because like I say, it is what I learnt first. I think if you are a young lad looking to get into the trade, plastering is probably one of the best ones to learn, because it's you don't have to go to college so much or do so much like that. So I'll talk to you about the prep. With us having to hack all these walls off, we've stuck plasterboards on in this room. So you dot and dab, so you use adhesive and you stick the boards on nice and level and stuff. Once that bit's done, we will put scrim tape on all the joints, all across the top where there might have been a little gap or anything like that. You just want to put scrim tape everywhere. Now, you don't have to scrim tape your skim beads, so you use them for an external corner. Gives you something to plaster into, but I always scrim them. I just think it's a better job, so it does no harm. I always scrim round sockets too, because it's like, see that one where the plasterboard was a bit shy, we put a bit of foam in and scrim taped it. Any little gaps in your plasterboard, we always put a bit of foam in. Obviously you want to get your cuts as best you can, but yeah, the only difference with plasterboard is if you're plastering a room that's not plasterboarded, like this wall that we skimmed last week, that was existing, so that was like old plaster that was already there. So you just PVA the wall or SBR or anything else you want to use, but 2 coats of PVA generally is enough. So now these 2 walls are ready that we're going to do. So it's all in the mix really. You want to get the mix bang on. I'm going to mix a full bag for this and then give it 1 coat, bit of a flatten, and then a 2nd coat. So yeah, let's get into it. I'll show you when we've got it mixed up. So I've got my mix now. It's really important when you're mixing your plaster, you have to scrape the sides of the bucket, otherwise you'll end up with bits in the mix. But that is what the texture that I go for, especially for this now. Not too wet, otherwise you'll struggle with it. But yeah, let's get some on the trowel. So for laying off, I'll always use a 14-inch trowel. I've started with a 14, some people like a 16, but it's really important as soon as you start, don't start with loads on your hawk, but if you just go to plaster now, it'll fall off. You want to. And by doing that now, doesn't fall off. So I'm right-handed, so I start in the top left corner. Normally, obviously we've got this round the doorway, which is a bit different. Yeah, you can see it on the screen, but I'll just bring you a bit. There you go, a bit better. So yeah. So normally you'd start, let's say this was a normal wall, you'd start, take it off and come across. And you can work it into the top on one pass, but with the covings there, I'm being a bit careful. If you put it on the top of your trowel and pull it across like that, it just gives you a little bit more control, because we need the top to be nice and neat, because we're plastering into a coving. But yeah, pretty much. And then on your joints then, you don't want to go across them straight away. You want to go down them and almost fill your joint out first. Then you go away then, putting it all the wall on. But something else that we're contending with now is a skim bead. And that's the same thing, where you don't want to go sideways into a skim bead, otherwise it will roll the wall. So in this situation now, if you were filling that bead out, you'd come up and down it, and you'd go up and down until a lot later in the process, making sure like that now you wouldn't come across it. So yeah, so now I'm just showing you what it would look like if it was an normal wall, but obviously in this situation you don't want to rush it. The nicer you put it on, the easier it is. Like, I'm not rushing this now, I've only got 2 balls to put on. But yeah, I'll show you one more whilst you're here. So this situation with the bead now, I can't come down it. I can only come across. That now is super smooth. I've put it on nice, so I know that I can leave that pretty much for 20 minutes. You don't want to be longer than 25 minutes putting this on. So obviously I'm just taking my time now because I'm recording as well. But yeah, I'm going to fill that out now. I'll come across doing the top of the wall, and I'll probably, as I bring my hop up round and as that moves, I'll start to fill the bottom out as well. So yeah, I'll chuck this first coat on and then I'll show you the next little part. So that was showing you the top filled out. You can see I've done this section here. Always come to about head height. Nice bit on the trowel, start at the bottom. If you're a beginner, you struggle to go back and forth. You just go like that and then flatten that way again. But as time goes on, you'll be able to pull it up, pull it down. Foam in the way. Any bits, just pick them off. Last one. That'll do. That sound that day. So, a speed skim. Not essential. I've put the first coat on now. You can just whiz across it with your trowel and flatten all the lines off and everything, but just to take a bit of the labour out, I'll just use one of these. So I'll just wet it a little bit, taking all the lines out. It's not so much filling the low spots, it's just making all the wall nice and even and flat. Like that straight away is perfect now for putting my second coat straight on. So I'll just have a mess now, get it all speed skimmed up, and then for your second coat you want it slightly wetter, but if you put half the amount of water in than you did the first one, that'll be plenty, so you're not running out. But yeah, I'm gonna get this flattened off now, second coat, exactly the same, apply it on, and I'll show you from there. So I've got my second coat on now, but I've put it on pretty well because it's not a massive area and I've just got it on nice and smooth. I'm not going to speed skim it again. And I've gone from using a steel trowel. Using a steel trowel all the way through plastering is like traditional plastering, but they have these now, flexi trowel. So this is the refeeder. I'm just going to wet this up now and go around with this, because I know once I've gone and troweled this up with this trowel, the whole wall is under control because it'll be nice and smooth. Raven, on your bed. Obviously we've got two walls meeting over there, and at the minute it looks quite messy, but that's what we have these corner trowels for. Now I'm not going to mess with that too soon because it'll be too wet. I'm going to let that go off. I'm going to trowel all the wall up first, and then when I do that corner I'll show you what the corner looks like. So I've flattened that back wall now down there, and I've come across to this point here now, so this is where I am. I do apologise about the flickering, but it's just unfortunately the light that we use. So I've come to about here now. So I'll just start at the top edge. Like I say, this is only the second coat that's just been put on. So I'll pull my trowel across. And like here now I've got a few holes, but on the trowel as I've been going along, I built up what you call a fat, which is like plaster that you take off, like excess. So I'll put that back on, filled all the holes that were there, any little markings, pull that back down now, keep coming across. So when I laid the plaster on, I went side to side, but I'm just pulling down now. By going both ways, it gives you, makes sure there's no waves on the wall. I'll keep doing that now. It's actually bringing it up really well. If this was a steel trowel now, it'd probably drag, but you can. On my next trowel, I'll probably put a bit of water on the edge and pull that in. If your plaster does get too dry and you start to struggle, it's all going a bit wrong, if you're starting out or something, you're better off with a spray bottle. Because if you spray the wall, it wettens it all back up and it allows you to trowel it again. So now I'll just work the corner. But this is looking really well now. As soon as I finish this little bit here, the wall is literally under control, so you've got time to work on it, get it polished up, but it is looking really well. So that's the top bit as I work that. So it's that head iron now. So now from here I can just start at the bottom, pulling up, lovely and flat. So I'll trowel it like this now, because it is slightly wetter still. You can hear the noise that it's making. You know that it's not too dry. You can feel it be a bit dry at the bottom, which is normal. But a few little gaps there. So I'll just put the fat in. When you're going around like light switches and sockets and stuff, they always tend to have a few holes around them. And the corners can have a few little marks on, so you always just push the fat into the corner and then pull it away. So now we are looking something like yeah, just gonna go and give it an eyeball over it, make sure there's nothing standing out too much, and I'll show you this corner. So I've wet it up now a little bit. That's what this corner's looking like. Now try and do it with whilst holding the camera. So this corner trowel has got a bit of flex to it as well. You can hear the noise a bit pushing it in. See, it's not perfect, but it's very good. After my next trowel, I'll give it another and it'll come up really nice. If you do have any hollows or gaps, you've got a bit on the trowel that you can put back in. So yeah, on my next trowel now I'll do it slightly differently. So I'll pull sideways from the top and then once it's gone off a bit, I'll add a bit of water to the wall and walk across the whole thing, and it just gets it nice and polished up. I think she needs a wee, won't let Raven out. So I'm working with a brush now, only need a little brush, but the wall is quite dry, so makeshift spray bottle. So I'll just add a little bit to where I'm going to start from. Let it go down the wall. Obviously this is how I do it, you don't have to do it like this. But now from this side, nice and high. You can tell by the noise. And as you push the water, it goes down, so I'll go back on myself there as well. You're just listening. You hear it judder, you know that like the trowel might have made a mark, but it feels pretty good that. And now with the skin bead being dry, I can finish into it. So this part of the wall now, you never really tend to see any marks on and stuff like that. But it's where I normally see them. If there is a mark, it's lower down where you can tell someone's not done it properly. But that's why, as you get lower, just take your time, make sure that you cover everything. It's obviously not helping in this room because there's no window in. So we're relying on our lights, whereas really you want natural daylight. Nice and low now. But yeah, got a nice bit of fat on there still, as you can see. Oh. As you can see, the wall nice and shiny and flat. So yeah, we'll do the same thing over there now, and then we're not far off, be final polish. So I've got a good finish on this. All the corners and edges, really important stuff. There we go, that's a finished job. I apologise for the lighting and stuff, but I just wanted to get a bit of content. One thing I've not done, which is really important and easy to do now, is clean your beads off. Quite satisfying. Doing it now whilst it's like at this stage is a lot easier. Getting it off like that. I know I have a few Americans that watch who they'll just have like your tape and joint plaster. They won't have seen anything like this. So yeah, this is how we do it. So now you've scraped it with a trowel, just give that a wipe. Put my trowel there for tomorrow. And then just a little wet brush. Give it a bit of that. Nice and clean. It might be tomorrow yeah. So I just wanted to show you a bit of skimming, because like last week's video I watched it, it's like we're doing this, then we did it. We're doing this, and then we did it. Whereas I was talking to someone at weekend and forget that people don't know all the stuff and how to do it. So that's briefly how we skim. So 2 walls, I'm really happy with the finish, it's come out really well. But now when you know what goes into it now, you can appreciate this ceiling we've got plastered tomorrow, double curve. So yeah, I won't be able to get as much content, you see, because I'll be rushing and there might be a few swear words coming in when I'm trying to get them curves in. But yeah, Monday, bank holiday done. Happy with that. We'll get a few tools and get ready to do some bits at home. So yeah. So I've just got one more piece of scrim to put on there, and then we are away. I'm gonna put the reveals on the V-looks at the same time. I'll try and get a little clip before it's finished, but if not, bit of work in this, so I'm gonna get stuck into it and I'll show you when it's done. have it. She's completed. Luckily it's a PVC V-Lux this one, so it's a lot easier to clean. The normal ones are hard work. Charlie's gonna get that cleaned up now. Lovely, oh sorry about the flicker, but lovely shine. I just want to show you from here. You can appreciate now the curve and how good that looks this side as well. So yeah, buzzing with that. Just gonna, oh yeah, Charlie, turn the light off, there you go. Dinner time, that was a graft. Have some dinner and prep something else up. So I'm knackered after that, but I've had a bit of lunch now. I'm gonna get that wall on. And that wall, let's do it. Lovely job. All nice and neat. Lovely and flat. Looking really good. All the corners are beautiful. So now we've got that side, that wall. Need to bead that window, and I need to bead that other side. That's just been a plastered opening. I well prefer plastered openings instead of having doors everywhere. Some doors just stay open all the time. I'd rather have it like that. Looks a lot cleaner. So yeah, it is 4:10 now. So I'm just gonna do a bit of prep on this wall, try and get these beads on, and then it's ready for tomorrow. So yeah. Charlie boy, he's just put in a bit of PVA on the bit of bit of drywall that stuck out. But we're here now. The beads are on, beaded up, scrimmed up, looking good. We'll try and time lapse it. It's not the easiest of things to do, but yeah, so we've got double reveals and 2 walls. So yeah, as soon as this is done, we're in the hallway for skimming. But the work from yesterday looks really well. What do you rate it out of 10, Charles? Better be double figures.
At least a 4.
At least a 4. Right, that's it. Bad day for you coming now. There we have it. So it's getting on in the afternoon now, but this room is completed. Love the plastered opening, looks dead neat. So now we're actually in the hallway, so we're gonna have a look at some boarding again. So all the rooms upstairs now are plastered. It's just the hallway that we need to start dabbing and sticking boards on and stuff like that. It's getting prepared to skim. So yeah, that's where we're up to. We've just been emptying rooms out and getting everything towards the middle for getting out, and then it'll be like plumbing and bits like that that end up coming in. But yeah, that'll do for now, and I'll show you what we get up to. Into the hallway now. So this is what we're looking like. The lad's got a row of boards on at the top. sometimes when you're studying walls it's easier to start from the top in some situations, like this one. I've just dabbed on a board at the bottom because that's the cut that we ended up with. This is what I was talking about, to try and make sure that the plaster doesn't crack. Got my board now, I'm going to start dabbing and working out this area. All boarded. Look at the size of that wall now. So, like I say, that room's drying out lovely. But yeah, because I've got quite a bit of content on this, we're going to do 2 videos this week. So last little look in here, and we actually had a steel turn up, so we had to take a utility room. I'll show you this first. Looking good. So we've emptied the rooms out as well, which has made a big difference. But yeah, on the room in the garage that turned into a utility room, we had to take a wall out and we've actually popped the steel in. So I'll just show you now, so we've knocked the walls out. So, all the brick walls are out now. Steel in. So we can get the stud up now for this utility and get this ticking along. But yeah, everything's looking good. Little sneak peek of the pond again. But yeah, that'll do for now. So something that I just want to show you. Charlotte, obviously, it's Operation Get Charlotte living with me, and we just want to make it nice. So we thought, whilst we're doing all the work, we may as well just do the bathroom, because it'll just be a pain if we're both living there. And obviously, you know, I can't find a full week or 2 to do it. It'll be done in out of hours. So, don't really have much money at the moment. So I've just been and got and acquired an 1800mm black slate shower tray, nice and cheap off someone. So that's the start of the bathroom journey. So yeah, I'll 1 second. But I've just been and picked that up now, which I'm buzzing about. I feel like a proper, can't wait to get stuck into this bathroom. I've not shown it yet, I don't think, but it's just tired, it's just old. But yeah, one thing that I do love doing, which is just the absolute highlight of my day now, is fetch with Raven. She never played fetch, she never grasped it, whereas I've been doing it with her every day now, and it's just the most rewarding thing ever. You ready? Are you ready? Get it! Do this now for 20 minutes until she gets tired, go home, and she's so happy. I actually forgot to do it last night. It was dead funny. We thought that she needed to go out for a wee. She was being all strange, and then I let her out, she didn't do anything. And I sat down and I said to Shah, I said, I think she wants to play fetch. And I said the word and her head twisted loads. But yeah, it was dead sweet. So she tries to destroy the ball from here and there, which she's trying to do now. But yeah, we'll have a quick game of fetch with my girl. Let me know. I've been doing a weekly video, and I'm just thinking now, like, I've done quite a bit of a, I want to start talking more about what I do, not just being like, today we're plastering this wall, there's the wall plastered. I want to try and explain things a bit more, so if you do like that kind of stuff, please let me know. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up this video and have a quick game of fetch with Raven, and we'll see everyone later. Drop, good girl. Ha! You ready? Get it. Rock it. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.